Are we ready to cast some pods?
We're ready to cast some pods.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Hey, hang on. Fix the tits.
God damn, you're right, huh?
Yeah, Jesus. Don't have a good podcast if you don't fix the tits first. Okay. All right.
Titties.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to the Feral and Unfiltered podcast. I'm Nandor the Relentless, and this is Jackie Daytona, regular human bartender from Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm Cat Jack.
And I'm Red.
Oh, wow, I know you're excited
excited
when you start punching me.
Yeah.
Are you glad that you were Jackie Daytona?
I am so glad.
Yeah.
I need a toothpick now.
Yeah. I almost made you Guillermo, and then I was like, that's not nice.
He's a badass too, and he's adorable.
Yeah. Guillermo is pretty good. We will be doing some what we do in the shadows at some point sometime soon.
Well, we quote them all the time.
All
we
the
have
time.
to. So.
All the time.
But that's not today's episode.
Today, it's time to get back into season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed unpacking this, 25 years later. And seeing how it holds up these days. And it does not.
It was a little cringy in the 90s.
Oh, so much cringe.
But now it's just even worse, huh?
Yeah. It keeps coming along. And I think where we left off last time, the last episode that we unpacked for you guys.
Hey guys, it's Red. And sorry I had to pause this episode. This is going to be kind of a shorter episode because what happened was we recorded 2 episodes where we reviewed the Angel in Buffy. So as you can see right now, we are actually about to go back into the Angel episode, which we've already seen. So there's no need to redo that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward us. And because it's Feral and Unfiltered, I'm not going to edit us out, but we're going to see these guys going too fast right now, huh? Idiots. You guys watch this show? Weird. Anyways, so yeah, as we're fast forwarding, we're just going to jump right into the next one, the iRobot Eugene, and then we're just going to take it from there. So it's going to be a little shorter, and next week it's going to be better. And I think that's the finale. No, we have 2 episodes. Sorry. Cat Jack's not here right now, as you can tell. But yeah, so we still have a couple more episodes to go for Buffy. And this one is just going to be the iRobot Eugene. Enjoy.
And then we go into episode 8.
Episode 8.
More bad relationships. This one entitled iRobot Eugene.
Right.
And this one opens in 1418 in Italy. As it should. And there's a scary demon. And now we start to see like the prosthetics and the makeup department really come into their own.
Now wait, do these Italian vampires actually speak Italian?
There weren't any vampires.
Oh, there was not.
No,
You're
there
right.
were monks and a demon, and yes, they were all speaking Italian. It was in subtitles.
Yeah, get your shit together, Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight.
God.
But they identify this monster as Moloch the Corruptor.
Right.
And he immediately kills one of the monks. Some other monks are chanting, which is what monks do. And they trap the demon in a book. And the book is sealed in a box for many, many years. Another 500 plus years. And then they seal the box and then they open it up like POV from the book's POV, and it's Buffy going, oh, look, it's a book. And they're all in the library. And I love this episode on so many levels. First of all, it's very stupid. And I just love fun, dumb things. Right. But this is also where we introduce 2 new characters to the Buffy universe. The first is the internet.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, you remember when the first, oh man, I remember the dial-up tone so vividly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and trigger all of our millennial viewers right now. Dial-up tone, anybody? And then the second new character that they introduce is Miss Calendar. A moment for Miss Calendar's hotness. Oh my God. This was also like, again, going back to Teenage Cat Jack, and I've got it bad for everybody on the show except for Xander and Angel. Right? I'm into Giles, I'm into Willow, I'm into Buffy, and then they show me Miss Calendar, and I'm like, God damn it! She's so hot. And this is again, guys, back late 90s, early 2000s when I'm consuming this material, and we weren't like, you were straight or you were gay, and people had just started talking about bisexuality. I had no idea how to deal with any of this. So anyway, Willow's helping Giles scan and digitize all of the old creepy books. And then she scans the cursed book that has the demon in it. And now all of a sudden Willow is smitten by a new guy that she met on the internet named Malcolm. Coincidence? Totally. And she's telling Buffy about like this new guy that she's been chatting up, and Buffy's like, "Oh wow,
and he's so great,
and he's so smart,
oh
he's sensitive, and we have absolutely everything in common." And Buffy goes, "What does he look like?" And Willow goes, "I don't know." Now we're talking about like meeting strangers on the internet, so there's a little bit of after school special vibe. We got to teach the kids about these things, and Buffy is judgmental about internet boyfriend immediately.
Which you should be anyways, even still.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord.
And we are also like given to understand that this internet demon has like permeated all of the computer nerds, in the computer science class.
All Skynet in there.
Yeah. He started a cult already.
That's right.
Yeah. But, Buffy's now talking to Xander about how she's worried about Willow. And finally, Xander has a decent point. Finally, Xander, for the first time in the series, says something worthwhile. And he's like, "No, I don't like this. We don't know who Willow's talking to. I mean, I could go on the internet and say I'm a high school student." And Buffy goes, "You are a high school student." And Xander goes, "Yeah, but I could also say I'm an elderly Dutch woman. And who's to say I'm not if I'm in the elderly Dutch woman chat room?" And Buffy goes, "Oh, right."
And you know, the only reason he brings that up, I feel like, is because he knows that's exactly what he would do. Because he's a piece of shit, right?
Oh my God, you're right. That's why Xander can bring that up, because he knows he would go lie on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still a piece of shit. That's amazing. But
Xander, he does have a good point.
He does have a good point, and he is the one who explains stranger danger.
He does
for us on the internet. Will is blowing off classes now to chat up Moloch the Corruptor. Malcolm.
Right.
And Buffy goes to the computer nerd to try to track down Malcolm, but they're already under the thrall of the internet demon, so they got to try to kill her. And we understand that, Buffy tails one of the computer nerds to this place in town that we've never heard of before, where there's a computer research facility. And internet literate people at this time are still considered smarter than everybody else. You used to have to know things to get on the
super
internet.
Genius level, huh?
Yeah, you're considered to be smarter and everything. And so they've got like these nerds, and it's part of the thing. They keep going back to Giles and Miss Calendar fighting because he likes books and she likes the internet.
Yeah.
And
she's like, "Grow up, old man."
Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, come on, democratize the internet, all the information." And they're fighting, and then she notices the creepy demon book, and she opens it up, and she sees all these empty blank pages. And Giles is like, "Oh no, whoa, that's a problem." There's all kinds of havoc around the school about computer trouble. People's grades are being changed. They keep showing all these things in the background, and then they show this kid. He's just like sitting in the quad with like the world's oldest laptop you've ever seen in your life. It's so bad.
Oh my God, that brought me back, dude.
Yeah, it was just
holy shit.
It's only this big, and like the screen on it is this big, like it's so little. And he's reading his own report out loud, and he goes, "Nazi Germany was the model of a functioning society. I didn't write that." And so now we're like, "Oh, the demon's bad." And you know how you know that they're bad is that anybody, this is a quick way to establish a villain, anybody who agrees with any of the ideas that the Nazis had in Nazi Germany is usually the bad guy. That doesn't have any bearing on any of the things happening in today's society. I'm sure this will never come up again, right?
Right.
Anyway, Nazis are bad. And, they're trying to figure out how to get the demon out of the internet. They're trying to figure out how to convince Willow that something bad is happening.
Right.
And Willow gets kidnapped by the computer nerds. She gets taken to the computer
facility. She gets kidnapped a lot, it seems like.
Yeah, it comes. I mean, the Scoobies get kidnapped. It's kind of their thing.
Sure.
We have to have a reason for Buffy to go rescue them. Giles tries to get help from Miss Calendar, but he's like, "Oh man, I gotta explain to her that demons are real and the forces of darkness are real," and she already knows stuff about the demons. She knows about all kinds of different monsters and stuff. And he goes, "How come you know?" And then she identifies herself as a techno-pagan.
Dude.
Sickening. Absolutely ridiculous, but useful for the purposes of this conversation.
A techno-pagan.
Yeah. So even back then I was like, come on.
Yeah, that was really cheesy. Oh my God.
Willow wakes up at the computer research facility, and her boyfriend Malcolm now is a robot demon. That's what the nerds have been working on the whole time.
Building him a body.
They've been building him a body because he was stuck in the internet. and then they built him a body. So now he's in, and it's definitely not a guy in a robot costume.
Definitely not.
No, it's amazing, and they put in the work to put horns on him and everything. It was actually, I actually liked it. It was one of
It was pretty fun.
it was one of the more fun costumes that they did. I'm like, yeah, I like this. Giles and Miss Calendar are now like, they're working to banish the demon. They're trying to get him back in the book, right? They're trying to cut him off from the rest of the internet because he's everywhere. He can launch nukes.
And she had to make a circle of cyber techno.
Yeah, she's got to like get
pagans.
all of her other techno pagans on the internet to make a virtual digital circle around the essence.
I still don't really know how that worked, but
we just know that it does, and that's enough.
Yeah. Right.
They need help, and she could get it. I think is what we're supposed to. Our takeaway is that she knows things. She's useful and she's good at the internet, and Giles isn't. And also, there's this weird sexual tension between them. And also,
she wants to be in the sandwich.
I do want to be in that sandwich.
Very much.
I did. And I still do. But they're trying to, fight the robot, and Buffy tries to punch him, but he's a robot. And it hurts. On her.
On her, not him.
Yeah. And then Giles and Miss Calendar do succeed in banishing the robot, but he doesn't show it back in the book. Now he's just stuck in that robot body.
Yeah.
He's not connected to the rest of the internet anymore. So
because he was like writhing in pain.
Yeah. 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 Looks like this. And then Buffy's got to get smart because she can't punch him to death like she can most things. So she's got to get him to punch a junction box.
And short circuit himself.
Yeah.
So
and
he electrocutes himself?
Electrocutes himself,
yeah.
And then the demon's dead.
Dead.
But now we're back in that. We got to talk about the relationships of these kids. We have to further isolate them and also talk about relationships in general. And the writers of the show definitely have a problem with romance. I think that, like, if there is a romantic interest, something bad will come of this. Is a very real theme in the Buffy universe. And
like everyone that you fall in love with is inevitably a monster.
Is inevitably a monster, or going to bring out the monster in you, or will be taken away from you in some tragic way, or like anytime any of these characters are in relationships, and you're going to see this as a recurring theme, something goes wrong. Right. And then that's part of the drama. It's a drama series.
Right. I mean, if it was someone like Owen again, it would be very boring.
Yeah. And also anytime like Buffy or Xander or Willow is interested in anybody, it can't be anybody normal because their lives aren't normal.
Right.
So Willow's first real love interest outside of Xander's crush that she's had since grade school is a demon robot. Xander falls for Bug Lady. And Buffy tried to be with a normal boy, almost got him killed. And then the only other guy she's got the hots for is dead because it's Angel. And so it's just like, man, it ain't working out good for these kids at all. But again, Willow kind of experiences the same thing. And so does Xander. Like, you've got your idea about your person, and then they are revealed to be not what you thought. And I think that at least, while none of us have dated giant praying mantises or demon robots or vampires, that is a moment that I do find relatable, where like you've got your idea about who this person is, and then you find out that they're a real piece of shit. I had a boyfriend named Brian many years ago. Oh, what a piece of shit. But we worked together, which is how we got exposed to each other at a grocery store, one of my very first jobs way back in the day. And he was much older than me. I was 18 and he was like 33. And the difference between like 18 and 30, that's 15 years that really matter. That's a significant age difference. If I were older and he were older, like you can kind of make up the difference. There's 12 years between me and Rob, but that came later. Right. And I had this whole idea that, because we were, flirting and I kind of knew where it was going to go. I'm like, but I can get something off this. I think I was like, I could scratch an itch. I bet he'd say yes. And it turned out he did. But then when I finally got a little bit closer to him and made it back to his place, and you find out, you're like, okay, you do not have your shit together at all. Like he's dodging child support. Like we were together for like, oh my God, 5 or 6 months. And then I find out that he's still married to like his current wife, like tracks me down. And I was like, by the way, he's still married and not paying attention to his kid. And the reason that his life is so hard is because he's also like dodging child support from his first wife. It was his second wife who contacted me.
Oh my God. This fucking piece of shit.
I confront him about it and like go to break up with him. And at that time, I was still dealing with a really bad case of asthma because my parents were smokers and they smoked in the house with us. Like, I'm much better now. I don't have asthma attacks anymore, but I did back then. I carried an inhaler. And so I'm like trying to get all my stuff out of his place. And I'm like, I don't fucking want any part of this, you lying piece of shit. And like, what? And like in the middle of it, I'm like, and by the way, what the fuck are you doing fucking teenagers when you've got all these other responsibilities out there? And like, what is wrong with you? And we're fighting and everything. And the dude proposed to me like 2 or 3 times over the course of our 5-month relationship.
What
like, 2 of them happened in public, and I turned him down on those.
That is I'm so glad you did.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Awful. And
insane.
like in the middle of all this, we're trying to break up with him, and I started to have an asthma attack because I'm getting excitable. And dude snatches my inhaler out of my hand and holds it up, like won't give it to me until I agree to hear him out. Like that's definitely a moment where you find out. Like
that guy, oh my God.
Yeah.
Piece of fucking shit.
Oh yeah, absolute. We'll tell other stories. Brian gets his later. I'll tell that story later. It's very funny. Don't feel bad for me in this moment at all because I got mine. It was we'll tell that on the next episode because I got a low battery warning on my camera. But
not again. All right.
That idea of that honeymoon phase and relationships and never being quite what you think, and I don't know. I just found that really relatable. That was definitely my key takeaway here. And we're rounding down season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but that's our next 2 episodes. I want to know what your guys' takeaways are from these parts of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I want to know your terrible relationship stories. Did any of you date a robot demon on accident? Or a vampire? Or a bug lady? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm going to do the outro, I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
But wait, before we go, I mean, I know we have to real quick, but we forgot to say hi to Brandy.
Everybody's favorite recurring segment.
Hi, Brandy.
Who was also a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan with me when we were kids. So love you for that. Like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook. Go to feralununfiltered.com for your Feral and Unfiltered merchandise. And copy and paste the hyperlink has somehow become a catchphrase and may or may not end up on a t-shirt.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, man. And this has been Feral and Unfiltered. We'll see you next time. Did we do it?
We did it.
We did podcast. All right. Whoa.
Cool.
Low battery warning bums me out.
I know it does. I don't know why that was happening.